G'day everybody and welcome to Basket Case. Well, I did manage to get a little bit of work done on the old girl today. My day didn't start out that way, that wasn't the intention. My day actually started out like this. Well, it's Sunday the 23rd of November and it's the annual, Sunday the 22nd of November, and it's the annual Ross Historical Motorcycle Rally here in Tasmania. And I'm going to go. It's a nice sunny day. Unfortunately though for me it is a bit blustery, so we got wind gusts, 30-40 kilometres an hour. You can see the trees. That will get worse as the day goes on, and this thing's like riding a big spinnaker, but that's alright. We'll go and have some fun. Let's go check out some really cool old motorbikes. Laid plans of mice and men, as they say. It was blowing very, very hard. The thought of a couple of hour ride there and back in that sort of wind didn't exactly appeal to me, and the guy that I was meant to be going with got bogged down with work detail and he couldn't get away, so I was sort of left at the altar up at Richmond, and it gave me the excuse I needed to come back and do a bit more work on the XS, but then of course I walked into other jobs that needed doing that were apparently greater priority. That's alright, we'll get through it. So about time for an update, so I'll run you down on what's been going on. Welcome to Basket Case. So what have I been up to? I got my cables, my wire core cables, and fitted the NGK 5000 ohm plugs, so we're all back up to factory specs for those now. Coils are mounted, the wiring loom is done, all complete, so everything's lashed and nice and rigid. I've had the back out, I've had the headlight out and all the wires routed up into the headlight. I have wired up my speedometer slash tachometer slash warning lights. So now if I turn on the key, we have neutral light on, oil light on, right indicator, left indicator, headlight, high beam. So all that's working. All I've got left to do on that, the tachometer is wired. I just have to mount the speedometer sender unit, which will be an upcoming video because this is quite tricky. This is the sender unit that comes with it, and it counts a pulse every time this magnet passes it, which I mounted some time ago, but it's very tight. I'm going to have to try and, I'm going to probably pick up this bolt here on the old Speedo drive, and maybe even this one here, and manufacture a little bracket and mount the unit up in there. So we'll get that done. What else? I've mounted the front indicators, so they're functioning now. All good. I put a little voltmeter down on the battery. They're only $1 something on eBay from out of Hong Kong. As you can see, the battery voltage is a little bit low, but I've been playing. The reason I did that was basically for diagnostics. This is a lithium ion battery and they do not like anything above about 14.5 volts. So if you've got a problem with your regulator rectifier, this guy, and you see that you're going above 14.5 volts, you can set fire to that guy. So I didn't want to do that. I've also wired up my battery charger lead. Now that's a special lithium ion one that I bought, a C-Tech one. I've got C-Tech that I use on the other bikes, but yeah, this one's specific for lithium ion. It doesn't have that cleaning function where they basically de-scour the plates. If you have that, you'll cause damage. So you have to have a specific lithium ion specific battery charger. Number plate lamps wired and working. So yeah, everything's just about squared away electrically, I'm pleased to say. So we have obviously have our park setting, tail light and park light, and then ignition livens everything else up. There's a clock in the speedometer and the time is wrong, but that's only because I haven't actually set it. It's just been running since I plugged it in. It's got its own power feed, which I took off the back of the ignition. Now that was the other little job I did, the ignition switch. I was wondering what I could do to sort of protect the and also hide the wiring out of the back of the ignition switch. And I found this boot that was on the tail light part of the loom, and it just fitted over very nicely. Taped it on. So there's a power feed coming off. I had to add a power feed off of there to supply clock power for the clock. So it's got some parasitic loss, which means that, you know, if I'm going to leave this park for any length of time, I'll really need to have the maintenance charger attached. Also, I have shortened up the throttle grip because this was sitting about 10mm too proud. Now I had to saw that off, pop him back on. Quick tip if you're getting, if you're looking at taking off any twist grips, is compressed air. Just put an air duster down under there and bit of air pressure and help it off, and they pop off nicely. So that's it. That's where I'm up to. Last weekend I didn't shoot anything. We went up to Queensland and visited family and friends, and went to watch AC/DC in concert, which was pretty awesome. Caught up with my little brother Damo, who is a tattooist. I'll give his business a plug. Empire Tattoos at Oxenford in Queensland, and my wife and I both got a new tat. So that was all nice. Good to see my kids, etc. So that's why I have been a bit slack. I've just been chipping away at this during the week after work as I get the time, which is pretty rare. So next steps in the process, what I have to do now is I have to strip the wheels are on this to keep it balanced. I'll strap it onto the table and pull the wheels out. I need to fit new bearings to them. I need to overhaul the brakes, and I need to put a lining in the tank, chemical liner, and then we're very, very close to actually being able to fire this thing up. Oh no, exhaust, oil filter, just tidy up bits. So yeah, I will return, and I will return with videos on the process as I get to it. But our social calendar over the next few weeks is pretty dang hectic leading up to Christmas. I was hoping to have this on the road by Christmas, but the reality is it's not likely. We're probably looking at mid-January, late January, by the time I actually get some time to spend on it, because I think the weekends are fully booked out now. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, stay tuned, and we'll be back for more. Bye. It turns out that the toroid bars in the coils rely on the frame of the motorbike to create a circular toroid, and by fitting those coils with aluminium brackets, I lost that magnetic connection, and